So, we obviously did this video. Let's start.
We did.
From the EP, Kick, Snare and an Idea. And I wanted to have a moment to have a conversation with you about how the process happened, about who you are, and just how we did it, really.
Sure.
So I'm going to kick off and ask you, what made you want to make a video for this song? Let's start.
I think I just got inspired when we had a little listening session when you first played me some tracks from the EP, and this track particularly jumped out at me. I started to see visuals for it quite early on, and I just started to have an idea that I thought would work for the video, and then just pitched it to you just to see, you know, if you'd be interested in letting me have a go at doing one.
Cool. So prior to this particular proposal, you'd never made a video before? No. I mean, I shot little bits of video. Shot an EPK for a band called Neutronics. Okay.
Who I think you know, and but not really embarked on a full-on project of the size that we did, really.
Okay. And how do you feel about it?
I feel good, I think.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think it was a very, very steep learning curve, and it probably, with the benefit of hindsight, might have been a bit ambitious, but I think that's part of the way we like to work. You know, when I've worked with you in the past as well, and with ideas, when we had ideas for a photo shoot and that kind of thing, I think we like to, I certainly like to work on the basis of a challenge and to come up with something that not necessarily it's groundbreaking, it hasn't been done, but just something that I find interesting as an idea and as a project, really.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So obviously you came up with the idea, you came up with the concept, you gave it to me, you told me it. Then we started to do it. Now, this particular idea that you had animation in mind from the beginning.
That's right, yeah. It's one of those things where I think you have an idea in your mind as to how something's going to look. Mm-hmm. And I think in the end result, we came really close to that. But it's quite I mean, I found it myself quite an interesting journey. Going through the process of having an idea in your head, actually then working with different people to try and realise the idea and get it to the point of you know, the finishing line. Yeah.
So with this idea, one of the things that really struck me about working on this project with you is you had definitive ideas, and then we had to find solutions. So the dancer, can we talk about Tanisha Bonner?
Okay.
Like, how did that happen? How did you see it in your mind?
I think it was just when I first heard the track. I mean, obviously I already, you know, that I like your music, and I've been a fan for you know, a number of years.
Thank you.
But I think that particular track just spoke to me in a way that it felt like a club tune, and in my mind, therefore, I saw there was an energy to it which I just saw needed to be expressed, I thought, in dance. And also, I think it spoke to me about, I mean, the 5 elements of hip hop almost as well. I think that there was an element of that which really struck a chord with me. I didn't want to make anything that was too old school, but at the same time, I wanted a nod in that direction. Mm-hmm. And having somebody, you know, with Tanisha's skills as a street dancer in there, just, yeah, it brought about the things that I wanted to get across in visuals.
I mean, for me, one of the things I really liked about having Tanisha Bonner in the video was that you had a woman represented in the video in a more correct fashion. Not sure, necessarily, exactly, yeah. You know, the bikini thing, I've done that, but I've done it tastefully, but in a past minute video. But with this, I wanted to have, it was almost like the dialogue between men and women, but not necessarily the dialogue in real life in regards to actually being present in hip hop. And I felt like having her be the b-boy was a little twist, like, right, pay attention. She's going to teach you some moves. Yeah, but more than that, it was just like, pay attention. There, you know, there's men and women in this, and you know, the role is b-boy wise, you're more likely to have women dancing in a sexy fashion. I'm not saying Tanisha's dancing wasn't sexy in a b-boy fashion. Of course, it was beautiful. It's beautiful dancing, but we didn't. I think the sex symbol aspect was taken away, and it was more about just as a regular, beautiful person dancing.
Yeah.
And dancing the way that hip hop makes you feel, which is when you're in a club, you're just dancing. You're not necessarily posing. You're not hamming it up for the cameras. You're getting down. You're getting your waist in. So for me, it was great to have her there. I was really glad that she was recommended to me. So she was recommended to me by Dee, who is also a dancer. Big shout to you. And the thing about it is, basically, the process of this video is every step we took. Whenever we had an issue, we put a call out via Facebook, via Twitter. Look, we need a green screen studio. We're looking for animation. We're looking for a dancer. I'm looking for a megaphone. I'm looking for certain things. You know, people were coming up with
vinyl,
eBay.
That's right.
Looking for vinyl, looking for eBay. So like, we definitely made doing this video a family experience without them actually seeing what it was they were collaborating with or collaborating towards. So, you know, shouts out to every single person that helped make this video happen. And yeah, I just really want to get inside your head, Alex, because to me, you strike me as a person that you're going to do things. You're like, you don't wait for people to tell you that you're qualified. You're always like, I'm just going to learn this thing. I don't know. I'm going to find this program. Yeah. You've always been that way. Have you always been that way from when you was younger?
Yeah, no, I mean, even as a child, I can remember being probably about 7 or 8 years old when I got my first watch. And I always had that kind of mind where it might sound like a cliche, but I literally wanted to see what made it tick. So I took it apart. Of course, I couldn't get it back together again, but you know, you live and you learn. So I've always had that kind of inquisitive mind, and I've always had that desire to try and make things work, even if I don't know exactly what's involved. I just like a challenge, I guess.
One of the things for me that's really interesting about this project is since turning a corner and, you know, this particular period of my career, I had to work with people that understood my energy. So it was nice to have more producers in the mix. Normally, we do the music and then we hand the music over. We hope someone kind of does it, a service. But, you know, the quality control is almost, you're in doubt up until the editing phase of the video and you see the end result. With this project, it was really different. And I could see that I could create a conversation between Bunny Bread and yourself. So Bunny Bread had a look at your video. You had a look at Bunny's first few edits.
That's right.
We and you sat down and we spoke about that before you guys even met.
That's right, yeah.
And to me, the importance of that is I was trying to get a group aesthetic going on. If I had someone that was just very solo-minded, like, I'm only interested in this, I'm only interested in that, then I would have to treat you as an outer ring person, because there's ways that we can help each other in this business. And I think it was really important to have an open-minded person that understood the idea of a group aesthetic. Yeah. So I'd like to take my hat off to you. I'm not wearing one, but as far as the group aesthetic, I think you fitted in really well. I think we both fitted in really well, and I'm really glad. But I'm more glad that we had a dream. You know, I can't copy a Martin Luther King voice right now. I'm not going to do that. But in life, it's really good to have projects where you do things and you say, you know what, I'm going to do this thing, and to have that moment where, you know, I only have it with albums. I don't have it with sex. I don't have it with children just yet. I only have it with albums where you think you're going to do something, and then you make all of the steps happen to do it, and then you actually see, you look back and you see a whole stairwell chiseled out of dreams made. And how does that feel for you? Yeah, I think it's, I mean, I'm pleased with the end result, and I think we did well. So yeah, I think the result's amazing. I think that because of the song, because of the droning horn, because of the movement and music in the song, I really felt like the video feels like a celebration, but also it's subtle in regards to it has a couple of elements that reoccur, you know, the graphics, the Tanisha Bonner, the dancer, myself saying the words. I feel like it's better than I thought it would be. It's better than I imagined it would be. But then if you make music, you have to have this vision that you can't see. You have to have this foresight that you can't completely accredit, that it's going to be better than you can imagine.
Yeah.
And I think that in that respect, the video met all of my expectations. Props, props to Tanisha Bonner. Thank you very much. Props to Dee Dee for suggesting Tanisha in the first place. Props to rockfresh.co.uk. Thank you very much. You guys are a blessing. Your t-shirts were absolutely essential part of this video. Thank you very much. Props to Rania Mohammed. Thank you for styling. Anyone else you want to prop up? Jim Howell. Yeah. Props to you, sir. Thank you very much. Thanks for, you know, sticking in there with us. Appreciate it.
The guys at True Thoughts, I think.
Yeah. Props to True Thoughts.
Junior, record breaking.
Props to Junior, record breaking, my boy. My boy, everyone's my people's, but I'm just, yeah, definitely for the vinyl.
Ibby and Betty as well, helping us with the camera.
Didn't say that. You say it.
Yeah, all right.
You're on camera too.
Yeah. Shouts out to Ibby and to Betty for helping us out.
Definitely, definitely. So for me, also, you know, shout outs to Bunny and Emil and all of the people that have helped contribute to these videos. But like I said, it's a group family thing. Even new people that get involved and might do new projects with us, you know, your commitment, one of the things that's really important for me is people jumping in and jumping out. They're not understanding this is a hip hop thing, it's a tag team thing. It's like, it's not just, if you're just here to get paid, to do a video, to do certain things, I am less likely to work with you.
Yeah.
I've reached a point where I realize now that I can offer certain things to you, you can offer certain things to me, and it's a relay race.
Yeah. Well, it's a labour of love, isn't it? I mean,
it's a labour of love with an understanding that people are going to hold you down eventually, as well as you holding them down now. Yeah. So it goes around in circles, and I think that that's one of the things with this video that happened. There was an absolute level of trust from Tanisha Bonner to spare her time to come in and do it. There's a labour of love from various people in this project to actually get involved and put things towards making it work. Couldn't have done it without you.
Cheers, man.
Not you personally. Couldn't have done it without you. You know who you are. Sod him. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. My pleasure, obviously.